Okay, it's pinky promise time. A very important part of the contract document are the warranties. And these are the promises that the seller makes to the buyer of either the company or the assets. The buyer will expect certain warranties. They'll expect the seller to be able to say things like, we've complied with all our obligations. We own all the assets that we're selling to you. We've paid all our tax. And other areas. Now, you'll hear people say standard warranties. No such thing. I have a set of warranties that's a page long. I have a set of warranties that's nearly 100 pages. It all depends on the size and value of the transaction, the risk and the profile of that business. So certain warranties are relevant in some businesses, such as environmental businesses, but they're not relevant in another type of business, so you might not want them. Now, the warranties have to be carefully thought about from the buyer's perspective and the seller's perspective. When you're acting for the seller, you need to go through the warranties with the seller and just make sure that they can say all the things that are going into the contract. And from the buyer's perspective, they need to think about the risks of the business, and they need to ask themselves if there are specific warranties that they would look to have. If the seller, when you're working with them, says is worried about any of the warranties, there are a couple of ways of dealing with that. So you could remove the warranty, although that might upset the buyer. So another way is to make a disclosure. And basically making a disclosure means that you say something and then you say but. So where it comes, for example, to tax, you might have missed one of your deadlines for filing your VAT return. It's not a big deal. The buyer won't be that bothered. But to avoid a breach of warranty, you would say, I filed all my VAT returns online. Oh, apart from on this one occasion, when? So you can do that by way of disclosures, and you can make general disclosures or you can make specific disclosures. When it comes to the buyer, as I say, you just want to make sure that the buyer has covered all the risks of the business that they're buying. So there you go. Pinky promise time. Say what you mean, promise what you can, and hopefully all will be well. Thank you.